Welcome to Pennsylvania in Focus. I'm Anthony Hennon. Joining me today is the Center Square's Pennsylvania editor, Kristen Smith. Kristen, there's a lot of talk right now about expanding Pennsylvania's child care tax credit. Can you tell us what's happening on there and what the future is looking like?
So currently, Pennsylvania's child care tax credit, which has only been in effect for a little over 6 months, is modeled after the federal tax care credit program. And what happens is that for families who make under $43,000 a year, they receive a tax credit of $315 for one child and $630 for two or more. Families that make over $43,000, those numbers are cut in half to $360 and $180. And right now, about 220,000 families qualify for that tax credit. Problem is that childcare for one child in Pennsylvania, according to the Economic Policy Institute, costs roughly $12,000 a year. And so for two or more children, you can see how those costs double and triple. And so House Democrats in particular have said that they have always wanted to make that tax credit a lot bigger so that they could provide more help to families. They see this as a labor issue, that if families can't get reliable childcare, then they can't go to work. There's data that shows 1.6 million parents have left the workforce entirely because of this issue. And it's something that Governor Josh Shapiro agrees with. Senate Republicans, too, last week in their reaction to the governor's budget, said that they, too, want to build on the child care tax credit and make childcare more affordable for Pennsylvanians. So this seems like something that's getting a lot of momentum in this fiscal year. We are on the precipice of budget hearings where they're going to delve a lot deeper into these proposals. But I think residents can likely see something changing on the horizon.
And when we're looking at what the governor, what the legislature is trying to do here to help families, or at least lower costs, if not make things really, really easy. Can you talk about, do you know what other issues are in the hopper here, what possible legislation or changes they're looking at?
There's another idea from Governor Shapiro to expand what Pennsylvania calls its Child Care Works program. We currently spend Shapiro would like to spend $66.7 million more to support this program, which offers free or very reduced childcare costs for low-income families. And so expanding that program would allow more people to access it and to be able to go to work more in order to make more money, generate more tax revenue. And from Shapiro's view, this really has a trickle-down effect, if you will, on how we can improve our revenues and fix the labor shortage. So that is one idea. There's also a problem with unfilled positions. Shapiro says somewhere around 4,000 childcare positions are open right now. So therefore that reduces the open spots for kids. There's more than 38,000 on waiting lists. So all of these issues combined are making it not only unaffordable for families, but just inaccessible completely, even for the ones that could afford it. There's also hopes that through educational reforms that they could help families with raising children. One of the big ideas is that we need to provide free breakfast to all students. We need to make school choice something that's more available to all parents. There's different ideas about what school choice means between Democrats and Republicans. Senate Republicans would like proposals that would encourage tax dollars to follow the child to wherever, charter school, public school, private school they choose to go to. House Democrats, Senate Democrats, the governor have not been as forthcoming as to where they stand on school choice, though some are not a fan of how our state currently funds those programs. So these are all kind of in the ether out there of this way that we have to take a holistic approach to encouraging family growth in Pennsylvania. As we've reported on extensively, we are struggling with out-migration and expanding elderly community. We keep losing congressional seats because of our lacking population growth. So one way to really prevent that and to improve our economy and so many other facets of life in Pennsylvania is to make families want to stay here.
Listeners can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com. For Kristen Smith, this is Anthony Hennon. Please subscribe, and thanks for listening.